Today's video was sponsored by Asus. In this video, I'm taking existing Pokemon and turn them into a more realistic and stylized version. Curious what that looks like? Stick around and find out which Pokemon I'm covering today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this brand new Pokemon episode of Realistified. Last time you guys seemed to really enjoy that, and again, you commented your favorite Pokemon, the first one for today being the following.
Onix!
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Photoshop for Onix, and this is gonna be so freaking epic, your eyes will pop out. Also, as you may have noticed, my hair is not exactly purple anymore. For some reason, it doesn't really stick. Like, as you can see here, it's really purple still, but then on the front here, it's more kind of blue. I don't know why that is, but I guess whatever. It was supposed to be permanent, but clearly it's not. Anyways, I have a bunch of these exact rocks that I'm gonna use to make his body. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Let me first just see what kind of rocks I have, because I have a bunch of different ones. There you go. These right here are the ones I have. First of all, this one looks nice. Let's go and put that right here. And then I'm gonna use some warp to kind of match the shape. Not a lot, but just so it's a little the same sort of vibe. I'm thinking something like this should do the job. There you go. And now this same exact thing we're gonna have to do to literally every single rock. So I guess let's go ahead and start. Gonna put this one right here. Why do I feel like this is gonna be repetitive as hell? Oh wait, because it is.
2,000 years later.
Last one. There you go. Okay, and as you can see, now we have his whole body pretty much done. We just need to add shadows and highlights and stuff, even though they're pretty much already there, but more is definitely not a bad idea. And of course, his face. Now, for his face, I'm thinking we can just use a rock and sort of shape it in the right shape. And then in order for that to work, we're gonna have to add a bunch of shadows for the face and stuff. So, but first, let's try and sort of warp this into the right position. I'm thinking it doesn't have to be the exact same shape because it still is stone. It should be a bit random, but that does mean we're gonna have to erase some areas here, just like so. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty promising, not gonna lie. And then we simply have to do the same sort of thing to his lower jaw. There you go. Then we definitely want to have that dark area inside his mouth, which is quite important. There you go. And then we have a good base for his head. Now, in order to make this work, I'm gonna have to show the lines. There you go. And you probably already guessed it, this is gonna be a bunch of shadows. So let's go ahead and paint according to the lines we have going on. We definitely want to shape that nose a little bit, and also under his eyes for sure. Just kind of all over the place right here. And this right now is gonna look a bit strange, but it will definitely get shape later. This is really just for the indication of where stuff has to go. And then if we hide the lines, as you can see, there's a bit of a shape emerging, but we first need the eyes, I think. So let's grab the pen tool and make a nice shape around the eyes, like that, and then the other one as well. I have a pretty cool idea for these eyes, but I'm not going to reveal that yet, because that's going to be later in this video. Hey guys, this video is sponsored by Asus, but don't worry, I'm not gonna give you some tech review. I have something far, far better. I'll introduce the coolest and most epic competitions you have ever seen. It is called the Asus Pro Artist Awards, and essentially it's a free-to-enter competition for creatives like us. And honestly, just wait until you see the prizes, because this is some crazy stuff, guys. The Pro Artist Awards are across 4 different categories: filmmaking, graphic design, photography, and animation, with a goal and theme of exploring beyond the limits as a creative. One of the coolest parts is I'm to be one of the judges for the graphic design section, meaning I will be picking a winner. So you better put in all your effort and make Benny proud. Asus also has 𝐃𝐫 and 𝐏𝐬𝐴 judging, so if you're gonna be a finalist, your work is gonna be seen by some pretty crazy eyes. Whether it's a short film, an animation, a digital art piece, or a photo. So why would you enter this competition? Well, Asus is gonna give away $100,000 in prizes, with close to $60,000 in cash prizes, and the rest pro laptops, monitors, and the opportunity to work on official Asus projects. Yeah, this is cool and all, but how do I enter? My friend, if you head over to the link in the description, you can find all the information about guidance, deadlines, everything you could possibly need to know. So, what the hell are you waiting for? If you want to join, make sure to click the link down below in the description. Oh, and if you want some advice, think big. Like, really big. Don't be afraid to go as creative as you possibly can. Huge thanks to Asus for sponsoring this video, and good luck. Let's make these white for now, hide the lines, and now we can sort of work on this shadow right here. Because of course this isn't quite it yet. So around the eyes it's definitely going to be a lot darker, that's for sure. Just like so. This is kind of a guess, like always, really. We also gotta pay some attention to the lower jaw right here. Gotta make sure we add some shadows to that as well. And then I think this is a very, very good start. Now, of course, we also need to give him some highlights here and there, because that's possibly even more important. Very, very nice. And then we are gonna have to make that sort of flap on his head. First, let's go ahead and sort of draw the shape, I guess, all the way up there and back down like this. And then I think we can try sort of putting this stone texture inside of it, but I'm not sure if that will look all that great. And then we simply need to add some shadows and highlights again to match the lighting. There you go. That's already a lot better. And then here we have this very particular kind of shape we also need to make very, very nice. Before doing the eyes, I'm gonna do the body real quick, so I'll speed that up for you. That right there is looking pretty cool. Then for the eyes, I thought maybe if we put a stone texture in there and make that super freaking dark, have it show just a bit on the edges. And then inside of that, we can make the actual eyes, but instead of black on white, it's gonna be white on black. I'm not sure if that's gonna look good at all, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Just like that. And then also on this one. Ooh, not gonna lie, I like the looks of that. Makes it look just a bit more scary somehow. Okay, so then I think for the Onix part, this is pretty much it. He doesn't have any visible teeth, so his mouth is also pretty much there. So then let's go and try make a nice environment for this guy and kind of see where that goes. very, very nice. It's a little different than usual. It's daytime and it has depth of field. I like it. Now the next one for today was requested by Nicholas.
Umbreon!
As you can see, I have Umbreon right here, so let's go and drop in some very nice photos. The first of those being this beautiful cat. I mean, it's pretty obvious what I'm gonna use that for. Then I have the same one from sort of a different angle. I've seen some people using cats, I've seen some using foxes, so I guess we'll just try and see what happens. First, I'm gonna try to match this foot with the original foot. I'm gonna use some Liquify, just like so. Completely ignoring the other foot, so don't worry. I'd say that is pretty freaking close. And then that is the first leg. And guess what? That's what we're gonna have to do to every single one. So let me just do that real quick. And the one back here is gonna be a little higher. And then we have to kind of stitch these together like that. And we have to make the back look nice with a few fur brushes. Very nice. So that's pretty much a good chunk already. Then we also want to make sure these front paws are the right shape. We do, of course, have to make sure his entire body is kind of filled. So let's go and do this. And that right there is where the head goes. I also put the last leg in place. And then now we can go and put his head on top of his neck. Because right now, I mean, this is just kind of sad. How did I think that was gonna work? Never mind, forget this cat. We'll use this instead. Look at that cutie. I would be so surprised if this actually works. Let's go and use some Liquify. First of all, this nose should not extend this far at all. It should be really, really tiny. And then this should go inwards a whole lot. Oh, that looks dumb. That looks incredibly dumb. I don't know what I have just done, but I guess we'll try. There you go. There you go. Let me just quickly mask this out to see what we have. Trust the process, guys. I really don't trust the process right now. If we remove this, that looks... And I think if we use the cat, once again, we can sort of finish the head right there. Then I want to draw some nice shadows around the eyes to sort of fit that in there. Which is going to be tricky because this is fur. This isn't so bad, actually. Then over the whole thing, we're going to have to add some shadows here and there. Not too much, but just a bit more depth and shape. Same, of course, goes for highlights later on. But first, let's do this. Now, before adding the tail and ears and everything, I kind of want to try making this black first. Because he is black. Sort of black, dark blue-ish. Then I'm gonna try making those very nice yellow circles. And I think a good way to do that is using this brush and then sort of painting on the desired area. There you go. That's better. Then maybe some glow on top to make it really lit. Quite literally. Literally. Nope, nope. And then I'm also gonna add some yellow light kind of bouncing off of that highlight there to make sure it looks a bit more realistic. Just like that. I think that is pretty good. Yeah. Now you guessed it, for the other highlights, I'm gonna do pretty much the exact same thing. So I'm gonna fill this circle again, then copy the mask to the yellow one, and then it should automatically, there you go, automatically. Then I need to add some light to these as well. Most of all the fur around it. And then at the very top, some more of this beautiful, nice, warm glow. This stuff really makes it pop, see? I love that. It's beautiful. Then same thing for this one. For his eye, I have this cat eye, which I'm gonna try to use because I think, I feel like the shape is pretty similar. So let's just go and see what happens. Just like that. And then I think we have a pretty solid eye right there, for sure. Now his eyes are red, so let's go and add this nice red tint. Nice and vivid red. I actually really like the way that looks. That's pretty cool. Then finally, for the tail, I'm gonna use the cat's tail and sort of warp that into the right shape, that being this very big pointy thing, as you can see. Like that. Beautiful. Then at the end here, it needs to fade out very nicely, just like so. And then I would say that is not actually even so bad. You can't forget about the yellow highlights, so of course let's just go ahead and do that here as well. Copy it, and there you go. And I am pretty sure we can just use these for the ears as well. And then we put that right there, and that just made it instantly 10 times cuter. And the final bunch of shadows, and then I think we can start working on the environment, because it seems to be pretty much done then. The last little glows, and there you go. That right there is Umbreon. I think it actually looks pretty good. I did not see this one happening because of the images I was using, and before it just looked absolutely ridiculous, but now it's not so bad actually. I like it. So, well, let's put this guy in a tiny little environment and then very nice. Then on to the last one for today, which is going to be the speed art segment, and this actually is one of my favorites from back in the day when I still was into this stuff.
Regigigas.
there you go, that is Regigigas. These are the 3 I made for today's episode, and let me know down below in the comments which one is your favorite, because I'm super curious. My personal favorite, I think, is Onix, because he just looks very nice and, you know, rocky. And also let me know down below which one you want to see in the next episode. And then with all that said, I guess that's it for today. If you like this video, make very sure to leave a like and a comment, and if you enjoy my overall content, feel very free to subscribe, because that gives me so much motivation to make more of these videos. So, well, then I hope I'll see you in my next video.